hours from now, we expect the U.S. Supreme Court to announce their decision on if former President Donald Trump is immune for his federal charges when it comes to trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election. 11 Alive's Rarione Maniece with our political team joining us live now with how the High Court's ruling could impact what's happening right here in Georgia. Ariana.
Aisha, it's a day that the nation is watching, but also here in Fulton County, it's the final term of the Supreme Court's, it's the final day of the Supreme Court's term, a day that the justices will determine whether former President Donald Trump has presidential immunity over prosecution of the charges that he's facing over overturning the 2020 election. It's a highly anticipated ruling from the Supreme Court. Justices are set to rule on whether former President Donald Trump has sweeping presidential immunity that will shield him from federal charges he's facing for trying to overturn the 2020 election. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The outcome of the High Court hearing could have major implications for the RICO charges the former president is facing in Fulton County for allegations of interfering in Georgia's 2020 presidential election results. In January, former President Trump's lawyers made a similar immunity argument to Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee, writing a motion that president's absolute immunity shields him from criminal prosecution.
We're almost in unknown territory. I mean, Trump's lawyer is asserting basically the issue that all presidents have total immunity from prosecution.
So far, Judge McAfee has not ruled on the motion. Former Gwinnett County DA Danny Porter says he believes the judge is waiting to see how the justices of the Supreme Court decide the federal immunity case before them.
They all seem to recognize that this is a critical issue approaching November. I think that they basically are gonna fast track it.
But if the Supreme Court sides with the former president, the Fulton County case would be severely wounded, and that's according to former DeKalb County DA Robert James.
Have significant effects, right? It could be destructive, completely destructive to the case here in Fulton County if the Supreme Court rules that he has immunity.
Now, James goes on to say that if the High Court does rule in favor of former President Donald Trump and says he does have presidential immunity, the case here in Fulton County can still be preserved depending on how the High Court crafts their ruling. Reporting live from Fulton County, I'm Rarione Maniece for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. The U.S. Supreme Court is expected to announce their ruling on Trump's immunity at 10 this morning. We will, of course, bring you updates on 11alive.com and 11 Alive Midday News at 11.